So here we are introducing you guys to Ajay Gopal, who was the founder of Rotaract Club of BMSCE. Though he did not agreeing to it, let's move on. So,
Hi.
uh, thanks for agreeing to meet us up. Uh, so we just thought that it would be great for you to address our members right now and tell us your views on Rotaract, and so that will probably motivate them to work towards the society and for social service.
Sounds good. Happy to be here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you all.
So we have a little list of questions that I'm going to ask you. Let's see how it goes. Okay. So what motivated you basically to start the Rotary Club of BMSCE?
So the start of Rotaract Club of BMSCE was in the year 2014. I was in my third year, and what was happening back then is that the Rotary Club approached Professor Nagendra, who was the Dean of Management Studies, indicating that they wanted to kickstart the club. Around that time, there was a college live wire. Sujay Simha. He was supposed to take the lead and run the show. But then he got caught up in a lot of activities and then he pulled me in saying he needs support. So I went in to support the club, put in all the frameworks in place in terms of spreading the message, making sure people heard about it, all of that. And then the first elections. I remember organizing the first elections and I did not stand for president at that time. But uh, all the folks who were with me wanted me to stand, and then I was a reluctant first president, I would say. It was not something that we planned for, but just happened. And that's how Rotaract also happened.
So what do you think were the difficulties of starting a club like that? Did you face difficulties in terms of people, or were there managerial problems or anything of that sort?
From starting the club, I would say we had great support from the management, especially Arjun sir was a tremendous support at that time. I remember we used to have a lot of conversations where he used to take us to coffee and tea, especially me. And we used to discuss what are we doing, what do we need to do, what are the charters that we should put in place when we're starting a club like this. And I remember going into a conversation with the principal, Dr. Mallikarjun, at that time, along with Professor Nagendra and Professor Arjun. We went there, we said, this is what we intend to do, and this is our charter and all of that. So at that time, the principal was very supportive. He said, yes, we need to be doing more of this. And I was really excited at the fact that people believed in that concept. Perhaps it was Rotary as a brand that stood out because Rotaract is yet to establish a name for itself. There was support, and especially the faculty coordinator was very helpful at that time.
So how instrumental was Rotaract in shaping your personality or you as a person?
It's a very interesting question, I would say. I would say Rotaract was everything for me in BMS. If I am to recollect BMSC or my 4 years at BMSC, the only thing that will stand out for me is Rotaract. So much so that the friends that I made there, the connect that I made with my juniors there, and the experiences that we had organizing events and campaigns and fundraisers, all of that to this day I can clearly remember, like it happened yesterday. If you ask me any other detail about my engineering life, it's almost passed on. I wouldn't remember. So, Rotaract A shaped my thinking in a way that it aligned myself towards giving back. And that's what I've chosen as my career at this point. I'm happy in that space. I'm happy I made that choice. So Rotaract helped me guide that decision towards that. The other is that I made a lot of really, really good friends. And when I say friends, they're still my best friends, and they continue to be so. We may not talk every other day, we may not text every other day, but every time we get in touch, it's just like where we left off. For example, I had the opportunity to travel to San Jose last year as part of my work commitments. There, I got in touch with one of my friends who was also the surgeon at arms at Rotaract. His name is Rakshit Ji. He's a really smart ass guy. uh, Graduated top of our class, moved on to MIT to pursue masters in industry, and now he's working in Tesla. So I pinged him and he said, "Oh, I'm coming over. We're hanging out." And then he drove all the way down. He took a day out. He took me around California just to show me the sights, and it was like good old days. And to think that I haven't spoken to him for almost a year, and just one message, he's coming all the way down, because that's the depth of the connect that we established during our days, and I'm really glad I made those things. So those are the two things that stand out.
Uh, so, what was one major thing that you learned from Rotaract? If you could say just one thing.
I would say it reinforced the value of people in my mind. What I notice is that we forget at times that each one comes with their own emotional baggages, socioeconomic backgrounds, thought processes, ideas, innovations, all of that. So perhaps at some point in time we forget that they are people. We're trying to do events, we're trying to set rules, regulations, and put frameworks in place. But at the end of the day, it's those people who are part of that ecosystem that create and sustain them. So my experience with Rotaract reinforced and taught me the value of people. I'm really glad that stayed with me, because right now I'm a people person. I love being with people. I love interacting with people. I like meeting new people and learning from them. And that is something that grew in me by during my tenure with Rotaract.
So from our research, we know that you're a storyteller. So if you have anything you'd like to share from your time in Rotaract that happened, it will be well.
Story.
Yeah.
Everything that we did is a story. Okay. There's one thing that oh no, I'm out of BMS, so perhaps I can. So I think it was during the second sem of my third year, even sem of my third year. We were organizing an event for the LGBTQ community. It was in association with the Medical Foundation, and what we did was we partnered with this NGO called Aneka, which works with the transgender community. And it was more meant to be a sensitization and awareness creation sort of an event, because there's a lot of stigma associated with the LGBTQ community. And on that forum, the topic of discussion was transgender community. So, in the lead up to the event, we had a lot of debates saying how will we introduce that topic in our environment. Because, well, I don't need to explain. It's LGBTQ and it's college. So, we weren't sure if people would be open to this idea. So, we remember having this debate, and I had, when we picked up lots on who would go to get the permission for this event, ended up being me. And I still remember walking up to the pass that we need to get permission for all of this. And I got the permission and I ran out. And then I remember bumping into a junior and I said, "You actually managed to get permission for a transgender event in this college." They said, "I'm really not sure if they understood the meaning of the event that we are doing and the expansion of what it was." But basically, I said it's a group discussion that we have it. So that is one fond memory that I have, especially on that day when we had representatives from Aneka coming down and talking. We had a transgender member from the community, part of that delegation on stage, sharing her experience. And outside, we were organizing some stuff, and when I stepped outside, I bumped into one of my friends, my really good friends. He was in fourth year. Sorry, he was the same batch as I was. But he absolutely refused to step into that room because he believed that meeting a transgender person would bring him bad luck. And he is a person who is literate. His parents are literate. His parents are post-grads. And he's born and brought up in a metropolitan city like Bangalore. And here he was outside that room where that discussion was happening, refusing to step inside because of that stupid belief that he had. And that was in contrast to what we were trying to do inside. And I said, "Just walk inside." He said, "No, I can't even be in there." They said, "Okay, it's a journey, it's your journey, you can undergo it as you please." So, A, getting permission, and B, this experience with my friend will definitely stand out.
Okay. So if you had a chance to change one thing in the world, what would it be?
I would give back that chance because I'm happy with the world today. Because we're all here for doing whatever we can. Let's all do whatever we can and have fun by it. As simple as that.
So I can see that you have this huge demeanor alongside of you and this whole aura that you carry. So who do you think inspired you at your term, or like what inspired you at that time?
I'm not sure about the aura, it's just me being fat. But inspiration comes in a lot of ways. Uh, Thankfully, I remember starting my volunteering experience after second year. During my summer internship, I started with this organization called Youth for Seva. They were offering internships for students, college students. It was called Seva internship. Or Seva internship. So I remember signing up for them when I started volunteering by teaching in a government school. Uh, I had multiple other projects that were offered to me while I was working with them. And during that experience, I saw a lot of really talented, passionate individuals just involved in giving back because they wanted to, because they believed. And I especially look up to a couple of people in the organization. There's this wonderful human being called Venkatesh Murthy. He stands out for me because he is such a humble and simple human being. And every time I think about giving back and this whole journey that I'm trying to be a part of, I'm reminded of such individuals. And so perhaps they start. And definitely there's this other awesome human being that will always be my hero. Albus person in Wolfpaper and hero. So there's that.
Um, so how much of an influence do the choices made by a person have on their life?
So can you repeat again?
So how much of an influence do the choices made by a person have on their life? Like, how
100%. What you choose to do today it decides where or how you will be tomorrow. What you have decided yesterday has led to where you are now. So choices are everything. And that reminds me of a quote by Albus Dumbledore. He says to Harry, it's not our abilities that make us who we are, it's the choices that we make. And so I'm a firm believer in that. Choices are everything.
do you have any message for the young people that is watching right now?
Interesting. Okay, sermons aside, just have fun, people. Rotaract was meant to be more than just a club. So it was never meant as a club. That's not the reason why we started with it in the first place. The idea was for youngsters like us to come together, for like minded individuals to have a platform to ideate, discuss, and take a stance about something that mattered to them, about society, about what's happening out there. It was always meant to be a springboard and an ideation hub where all of us will have ideas, all of us will have thoughts, all of us will have uh, things that we want to talk about, discuss, and convert to action. So it was meant to be that incubation place where all of this is becoming wow. It's almost like potpourri in there. And then it leads to action from there. So while we're pursuing engineering, I know it's an awesome life. Uh, we all know that academics is very thrilling, so we don't need distractions. You understand? Uh, Here is one awesome endeavor that we can be a part of, where it's more than just a club. It's not just meet and greet and do events. Think beyond that. Because now, when I look back to my college days, what I remember the most are my friends from Rotaract, are my juniors from Rotaract, are my juniors from Rotaract. So the kind of network that we have built, like that, all of us will get together eventually. That's what matters. It's more than just a club, it's a family.